You?
I went
All
on there.
right.
I went on there to hit like.
All right, cool. What is going on, everybody? I don't know who's watching. This is the New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's Eve, Go Fuck Yourself edition. Figured, what the fuck? Who cares? Bah fucking humbug.
Yeah.
If I can get this goddamn link to work. Oh my god, I'm retarded, and I haven't even fucking started drinking. I keep hovering over links, trying to get the link so I can post it into the chat box, and it keeps vanishing on me. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to the page of the fucking shit, and we'll do it there. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Dude, I love that meltdown. That's all I'm gonna say when fucking Bill O'Reilly's just like freaking the fuck out. That is the funniest shit I've ever fucking seen. Right. So in lieu of New Year's, this is the one night I drink for being a non-drinker. Open my fucking can. There we go. All right. So how was your Christmas?
Mine was good.
God damn, that stuff tastes like asshole.
Now you understand why I didn't want to chug it the other night.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to chug it. Dude, it's like a fucking wine cooler.
Yeah.
See, when I went, the reason I got the little Coors Light here, I went to the liquor store, because we have like a really small liquor store here in Norville, Kansas, and I was actually looking for that Loco stuff that Cobra was drinking, and I asked him about it. He's like, nah, I don't carry that. I don't carry that.
That's a smart fucking thing, because you know what? It tastes like a fucking wine cooler. Like a Bartles and James fucking wine cooler. And anybody that doesn't know what Bartles and James is, that just means you're fucking young.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when he didn't have the Loco stuff, I says, okay, well, let me get Corona. And this was like right before Christmas. And he was just like, I don't have any Corona. They were all out. I mean, no cans, no bottles, just no Corona.
Damn.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, so I said, so what else is good? I wanted like a beer type thing. And he's like, well, Coors Light's a good seller. And he was trying to, it's a little pint thing. It's a really weird can. But he says when the mountain's blue, then you know it's cold.
That works.
To that effect.
I'm going to fuck with everybody tonight real quick. I'm going to actually put my fucking real name up in here.
Wow.
And maybe choose a different logo. I don't know. I'm going to fuck with the kids.
Yeah.
Wow, that stuff definitely burnt going down. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, see, I thought about picking up some Cabo Wabo tequila. It's Sammy Hagar's tequila.
Yep.
But I didn't feel like spending, $50, $60 on a fifth for one night.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that one. Dude, the baby is awake. She's trying to stay awake for fucking New Year's. The 3-year-old is like, I'm going to hang out and try to do this, and I keep fucking cracking the hell up. I'm like, by all means, go for it, kid. If you're going to stay up for it, then go for it. There we go. Turn on my lower third. Look, it's my full name. It's my real name, people.
I just noticed that mine kept saying C. Devaney instead of Devaney Interactive. I don't know how to work this friggin' damn logo crap stuff.
No worries. It's funny as hell because I get a lot of people that are like, you don't look like a Harrington. I'm like, I fucking shouldn't. I'm adopted.
Yeah.
My dad is a pale, pasty, white Irishman. I am definitely not part of that bloodline. And I think the best is like going to family reunions because I'm the only dark one, minus like the brother-in-laws that are actually black. But I'm the one with the last name bearing Harrington, and I go walk in, and they're like, you hear like you see one elbow, and they're like, Christ, who the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm the bastard child of that man. My dad's just like, fuck. Knock it off. I was like 16 years old fucking doing that shit, and my dad's like, motherfucker. It's like, I can't believe this shit. I'm like, why not? Fuck it. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, I don't think Patient's gonna come hang tonight.
No, I was talking to her earlier. She's watching Elysium with a friend.
Yeah.
I was like, too bad. You should come out and hang out. Stop being a wuss. Don't be scared.
Yeah, I was like, maybe if I hound her enough, she'll come out and play, but...
Yeah, no worries. We'll have fun for this shit.
Yep.
Figure, fuck it, I wasn't going anywhere. I was planning on doing the stream with fucking Josh and all them with FYOC. And apparently Russ's words were he has come down with a... Hold on, let me find the fucking tweet because it's a fucking pisser. Connect. Maybe I should eat something, because I just felt that coat in my stomach. Fuck it. I'll be shit-faced drunk on here.
We've all been there. We've done that.
All I can say is I'm very happy to see you, your head upright this time. Because as that stream was going, your head was just gradually like about to hit the keyboard more and more.
Yes.
I was like, oh
Well, see,
my
because
God.
I started out with champagne, and then I started mixing champagne with scotch, and that's never a good idea. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, my headphones are on backwards.
And I know better than to do that too, but I was like, man, I was thinking I was Billy Badass that I could do champagne and scotch. But
Yeah.
obviously I can't.
Obviously not.
Obviously not. It's okay. We all have those fucking days.
But
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's one of those things. If I pick one thing and I stick to it, I normally can last fairly,
Mm-hmm.
long. But Lord, if a little bit of this, a little bit of that, next thing you know, within a friggin' hour, man, I'm just fucked up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, because you were good, and then you hit the wall.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, fuck. And I hit mute on you, and I could see, like, the tears started welling up, and I went, fuck. I was doing it as a joke to be goofy,
Yeah.
and I was not trying to be rude to you in any way, shape, or form, and I was like, fuck, she took that the wrong way. Because usually there's one person on here that always, Young Jay always does it to everybody else, and I just do it to random people. Like Wiggy, we would mess with him constantly, because Wiggy will just start going off, and someone's like, mute.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I don't
I felt
I don't
bad.
sweat this.
I
No.
was like, fuck, man. I was like, I'm doing it as a joke. I'm sorry. Where the fuck is that tweet? God damn it. Okay, yeah. He says, Conrad has throat AIDS. I've been battling the same thing for a couple of days. So that means Josh and Russ will not be making their freaking hangout.
Oh wow! It was that was that the guy? Like, I didn't get all the tweets. I kind of like saw some little tweets. Like he put something in his mouth and he didn't realize what he was putting in his mouth. What's going on with that? I mean, 'cause a man putting something in their mouth and another guy thinking it funny. It has to be a pretty good story.
I made the comment to Backsmasher that because he told me he had throat AIDS. I said, well, did he not realize when he was drunk that what he was putting in his mouth wasn't a bottle?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we said. Yeah, I have not gotten a response back from him on that one, so I have no clue what's going on. But that was funny as fuck because I sat there and I was like, I don't know. Let's ask him. I'm like, Josh, were you so drunk last night that you forgot that that last thing you put your mouth on was not a bottle? No response. Nothing. I was like, well, oh well. Oh my god, my fucking kids are up. They're playing Xbox right now. It's absolutely hilarious. They got what the hell is it? Skylanders.
Yep.
Mhm.
The youngest got Skylanders, and he's been jonesing to fucking play it. I mean, like bugging me. And I'm like, yeah, at some point, dude, we'll hook it up. At some point, dude, we'll hook it up. I'm lazy. I'm just like, oh my god, I don't feel like getting off my ass. And my oldest is like, I'll just hook it up for him, Dad, if you want. I'm like, yes, please, so he can stop fucking bugging me for it. He's like, all right, no problem, thank you. Ugh. So then I got the baby watching fucking Caillou and Sesame Street type shit on the other Xbox on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm like, you gonna stay awake? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay awake, Dad. I'm like, sure you are. I'm like, I'm waiting. And you know what? She's a trooper, dude. She's still like,
Still watching the Caillou.
that's her face, like. I'm like, that's kind of creepy, kid. She's like, I'm awake. I'm awake, Daddy. And like you see her like, nah. She's like, I'm up. I'm like, oh god, she's gonna pass out. I know it.
Oh, God. I remember
My two teenagers, they have basketball practice in the morning at 10 a.m.
Mm.
And my youngest one is still over here playing GTA 5. And I keep trying to tell him, I'm like, dude, it's only 10 here. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I said, you can stay to midnight, but you've got to go to bed because you've got practice in the morning. So
Oh.
my oldest one done went to bed, though.
You did.
He's like,
Well, see, he had a busy night last night because they had practice yesterday morning, then weights, and then the entire team went all the way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the OSU basketball game.
Oh
oh,
damn.
wow.
So, and they didn't get back home till like 12:30 last night, and it was just, oh my God, it was And then they had practice again this morning at 10 a.m. and he didn't get done with that till 2. So when he got home, I mean, he stayed up long enough to eat the steak and the potatoes, and then he
passed the fuck out.
He's like, and peace out, I'm gone.
I was like, man, I wish I was 16 again, man. I'd stay up for days and days and days, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you know what sucks? Like, that's my problem with the chemo, dude. My week coming off the chemo, like, I do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday is like my first normal day. Friday, I end up fucking staying up all fucking day and all fucking night till Saturday morning, and I'm wide awake. And like Saturday at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I end up finally fucking just crashing. I'm like, oh, I can't take anymore, and just out cold until like 9 o'clock that night. I'm like, I want to go play some video games now. Like it's really weird. Like I do the stream, like I'll do the podcast, and then usually I'll hop on Xbox, and I'm on Xbox the whole time. And by 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody's getting off, and I'm like, well, I don't feel like playing Battlefield 3 by myself, so I pull out the freaking Game Boy and start fucking playing on that thing. Next thing I know, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, fuck, I'm not even tired. Well, yeah, we'll take my contacts out, put my glasses on, and keep playing. Next thing I know, it's like 11, and then like 1 o'clock, I'm like, ooh. My wife's talking to me like, huh? All right, I'm going to bed. And pass the fuck out on the chair, like on the couch. I'm like, wake up, and it's like 9 o'clock. She's like, we already had dinner. It's in the microwave. I'm like, I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm going to go play some video games. And then end up going playing.
And you do the same thing all over again?
Yeah, and then like my sleep pattern is so fucked right now. Like, I'm not going, like, I didn't go to bed today until 7 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Sorry for the fucking Baghdad interruptions, as I like to call them.
I was fixing to say, I didn't know if that was gunfire, and then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, well, he's not jumping, so that has to be fireworks.
Yeah. Right now, it's all going to be fireworks. I cracked the joke about pulling my shotgun out and like popping a shot off just for shits.
No, they really do that here in Kansas. Like at midnight, they'll do it like up in the air and stuff, and it always scares the shit out of me because I'm like, man, I just make sure I stay inside.
We used to do that, like, when I lived up north in Pennsylvania, my parents' house, I remember the first year we were there, my dad pulls me out back and has me, like, stand, like, on the back deck, and he's like, Happy New Year, and loads his double-barrel shotgun that he's got, and he's like, squeeze the trigger, and I'm just like, boom, load it up again, boom. And this is back in the 80s and shit like that, in the 90s. Nowadays, dude, can't even think about doing that up north, man. I think the funniest was so we have this one neighbor up north, and he had this dog that was really old, and the one neighbor goes, well, what are you gonna do to it when it gets older? And he's like, I figure I'll just take it out back, and put a 22 round into the back of its head. And she's like, oh my god, you're the one that's shooting guns in the neighborhood? So the backstory to this is we have a garden in the backyard of our house, and it's this fucking groundhog that was underneath our shed, and my dad's getting pissed off because this thing keeps coming up, and we had these fucking tomatoes that are getting like that fucking big around, like that fucking, that tall. We got some nice fucking tomatoes growing. Well, the thing fucking starts eating them, starts pissing my dad off. So my dad cuts a fucking square, like, a 2-inch fucking square, 2-inch by 2-inch square in my screen in my bedroom. And fucking pulls out the fucking Savage fucking 10-22 fucking 22 long rifle, loads it the fuck up, and pops a shot off at it and fucking kills it. Needless to say, our neighbor to the left of us, ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
Made my asshole pucker on that one, not gonna lie. I'm serious, dude. I'm still jumping around fireworks sometimes. It really fucks with me. I'm not gonna lie. From enough shit that I have fucking seen and done, you hear certain, like, I can tell a gunshot before a firework a mile away. And the one night down here, I fucking heard 3 gunshots go off, and then I heard the fucking sirens, and I went, well, yep. My wife just looks at me and she goes, what the hell was that? I'm like, most likely a 9mm handgun. And she goes, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I can tell what a fucking handgun sounds like. And she's just like, you okay? I'm like, I'm good. Instantly had to fucking carry around mine for the next hour and a half just to
make sure everything was okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We had a tweaker fucking, no sooner than we moved down here, there was a tweaker that robbed the local pharmacy for all its painkillers. He stabbed the owner in the neck, literally like with a fucking shiv. Fucking stabbed the dude in the fucking neck, and then bolted with like 600 fucking painkillers.
Wow.
And there was a manhunt going on. So the whole time there's fucking, you know, the cops are fucking flying. They actually had the helicopter out fucking looking for me in my neighborhood. And I was like, well, all right. So instantly fucking have the one handgun fucking, you know, threw the fucking holster on. That was a little loud. And had the shotgun, like the sawed-off, sitting by the front fucking door. And I go outside, and my neighbor's standing there with his fucking shotgun, and I've got my shotgun in my hand, and the cop comes strolling through, and he's like, you seen him? I was like, no, but if we did, I'm pretty sure we might shoot first and ask questions later. And he's like, well, just make sure he makes it 3 feet into your house, and he's like, and you're golden with shooting him. I was like, all right. He goes, if not, he's like, can you hold him at gunpoint for us and call us? I was like, sure, no problem. Anything for you guys.
Wow.
And they found him at like 9 o'clock at night. Finally, like I see the helicopter, like it was doing laps over a fucking house. And finally I see it just hovering in one fucking spot. The dude was stripped down to his underwear, covering himself in mud.
Oh, jeez.
On like in a ditch.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, probably maybe like a half mile down the road from us. Like our neighborhood's pretty fucking large, but I was still like, dude, what the fuck? 2 weeks before that, there was an accident that involved a school bus on the one road out here, too. I was like, man, this is like a bad omen. I fucking moved down here and people were fucking dying. Lady had a fucking mal-seizure, man, and fucking drove right into the front of a fucking school bus at like 45 miles an hour. Dead on impact. And then there was a body dump fucking 6 months later in the fucking neighborhood next to us. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? Since then, there hasn't been any issues, but like the first year living here, I'm like, man, what the fucking cops are around? I'm like, what the fuck? I look at my parents, I'm like, what fucking neighborhood did you buy this fucking house in? And I had a kid trying to break into my fucking house. He met the fucking .357 snub-nosed revolver like at his fucking nose as he was trying to like break in.
Hey, look at this.
Wow.
He was just like, oh shit, like I still have the tear in my, like I have a screen door on my lanai, that's where I'm sitting in right now, and there's a tear at the bottom of my lanai where he was trying to fucking pop the fucking lock and just come walking in, didn't realize people were living here, because I guess somebody was going to try to come squatting here, and as he's doing that, I fucking grabbed his hand, pulled him into the fucking screen, and shoved the gun right into his fucking eye. I was like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And he was like, gum. I'm like, yeah, buddy, I'm going to tell you this much, and I'm going to be nice. You are never going to come back here again, and if you fucking do, I'm squeezing that trigger next time, motherfucker. My wife's like, why didn't you call the cops? I'm like, it's pointless. I'm like, you know, I'm not in the fucking mood for fucking cops to come down here and all this other bullshit.
Because it takes them 9 hours to do anything.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so my daughter got beat up outside, like a foot off a fucking school property for sticking up for my son. 3 kids fucking jumped her from a fucking school when she was in fucking elementary school. Kicked her in the fucking stomach, punched her in the fucking head, and then kicked her in the fucking head. Since it was a foot off of fucking school property, the school couldn't do anything about it. An hour and a half for the fucking sheriff's department to get down here.
Wow.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they asked her everything. Like, at that point, I went on a drive to find these fucking kids. And found one of them and went to their parents and explained to them that if their kid touches my kid one more time, that their parents are going to be dealing with a civil fucking suit. And the mom tried to get real fucking ignorant with me, and I explained to her, I was like, listen here, motherfucker. I was like, your kid kicked my kid in the fucking head outside of school. Your kid touches my kid, you're not going to want to have to deal with me. I was like, because then I will make sure that I own your house by the time I'm done.
Yeah, because the parents are responsible for that minor child.
And she's just like, what are you trying to say? Are you physically threatening? I said, no, I will sue the fuck out of you is what I'm telling you. And she just stopped like, oh, fuck. And the principal tells me, well, why don't you pick your kid up from school? Oh, I fucking snapped. I was like,
oh, wow.
What, motherfucker? I was like, why don't you do your fucking job? I was like, I don't know about you, but my... What happened? Yeah. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
My youngest is autistic, and he was getting picked on every single day. You know, getting bullied every day. And he just keeps to himself, like, whatever. And my daughter figured, fuck it, I'm going to stick up for my younger brother. Yeah, that was a big fucking no-no on the fucking school's part. She shouldn't be sticking up for him. I was like, what? I'm like, you motherfuckers need to take care of your shit. I was like, I know how the school system works, and I know that, you know what, there are, I was like, I heard there are budget cuts, which means there's going to be job cuts as well soon. I was like, I'm pretty sure that I can sit there and go talk to your superintendent and make sure that there is a new freaking principal at the school. Second I said that, his fucking tone completely changed. He's like, don't you fucking curse at me. I was like, listen here, motherfucker, I will come down there and beat the balls off you and then make sure you fucking get fired.
I have homework too. Yeah.
After that, he sent me a formal apology in the mail, called me up and apologized to me as well. I was like, look, dude, I was like, my kid's getting bullied every single day. I was like, and you think that's okay? I was like, fuck you.
What are you doing?
I was like, I will fucking intentionally come down there and make sure that you do your fucking job on a daily basis. I said, because if you can't, I will make sure that this school has somebody that can. And he was just like, and I'm like, dude, my mom worked for a school district for fucking 30 fucking years. I know how the inner workings of schools work. I was like, I will make sure that you have no job.
My youngest one, he had an issue in, I think it was 6th grade. They had a brand new band teacher. And he was a really old guy. He actually came out of retirement to take this band teaching job in their little school.
Yep.
And he was having so much problems in this band class. I mean, the kid was making like, 20s and 30s and stuff. I'm like, it's friggin' band. How in the world are you getting 20s and 30s in band,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, my youngest one kept telling me, he's like, Mom, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there, and if everyone around me is acting up, he says, and if it's funny, I try not to laugh, but if I get, kind of like hold in my giggle, he says, if I just kind of shake just a little bit, he just points out, everyone out, you, everyone out. And so I was like, and he kept telling me this. He's like, Mom, I asked him, can I go sit in the other side of the room? And he says, no, all the drum people have to kind of like stay together. And I'm like, okay. So finally, just one day, I just decided, I said, you know what, I'm going to go see what goes on in this class. And so I show up, and I get my little pass. I just show up like unannounced, and I just kind of tell the principal, I'm like, I just want to see what's kind of, going on, in this class. I says, I want to see why he's getting all these bad grades and stuff. So he signs me in, he gives me my little pass and everything, and I just show up in the classroom, and I just go sit down in the back, and he proceeded to tell me I did not have the right to observe him teaching. I'm like, well, the principal knows that I'm here. I have a pass. I says, and as his parent, I totally have a right to observe your teaching any damn time I want to. So if you don't like it, then I suggest, but it was just like, I mean, it was so weird because it was like I didn't have the right to observe him teaching.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. I mentioned it to the principal, and the principal's like, no, don't worry about it. And he's like, you can come anytime you want to. But, man, boy, I thought it was just very audacious of that man to sit there and tell me I didn't have the right to observe him teach.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there, man. I'd be flipping shit. I'd be like, oh, fuck you. You know what? You know what's funny? Like, apparently I have a reputation now thanks to, like, me doing that. Yeah. So I had a conference with my kids' teachers this year, or actually it was last year, and I come in and I'm talking. I have my tablet with me and I'm taking notes and everything else, and they're sending me emailing me stuff. I'm like, all right, thank you very much, I appreciate everything. Mm-hmm. And the teachers are like, we have to say something, Mr. Harrington. I'm like, sure, what's the matter? They're like, we're really flattered and blown away on how you've acted while you were here. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, well, we did kind of hear that you are kind of like a pistol. You can kind of go off. I said, yeah, when something goes wrong and it's, my child is in the right. I was like, I'm a firm believer that if my kid's going to act like a complete and utter ass clown in class, that you guys should sit there and reprimand them and make sure that they're doing everything they're supposed to. I said, but the second my child becomes assaulted on, school property, that's when I have an issue. And they're like, oh, okay, so that, and I explained to them what happened, and they're like, oh, God, he should have been fired. I'm like, yeah, thank you. But after that, they were, because looking at me, apparently I'm a very intimidating person, or so my wife and everybody else that I know fucking says. They say I have like a constant scowl on my face. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I fucking look. I walk into school and I'm like, that's how I look.
Yeah.
Not like happy-go-lucky. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Wow, you guys are like
And with all the tattoos and everything else, instantly they kind of get scared, I guess. Like, oh, fuck, Big Simone dude's gonna fucking come and kill me. I don't know. But after talking to the teachers and shit, they're all, like, real nice. And they're like, oh, yeah, you know. Like, they get relaxed. I start bullshitting with them. We're doing our thing. And next thing I know, like, the parent-teacher conference extends, like, twice as long as it fucking should because we're all, you know, talking about my kid and shit, and everything goes good. And they're just like, well, we appreciate you for coming out. Thank you very much, you know. And you could tell that they were just blown away that I'm not a complete and utter fucking asshole, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they were really afraid that I was going to be a dick. I don't know. I'm like, dude, if my kid's a fucking idiot, fucking please tell me, you know? And I'll go reprimand the kid, not you guys.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not their fault.
Yeah, like, that was the thing. Like, one of the teachers was having an issue with my daughter because my daughter's got a mouth. She's just like me. She's got a fucking mouth on her. But she thinks she's right all the fucking time. And at the age of, you know, 12, she thinks that she should be rather drawing than doing her schoolwork. No.
No, that's not how it works.
And I explained to the teachers, I said, look, I said, anytime you guys have a problem, here's my number, you give me a call, and I'll talk to you, and we'll figure something out. I said, because you know what? I said, no, she's here to learn. She's not here to screw around and dilly-dally. And the teachers are just, like, blown away, like, wow, a parent that cares. Because apparently a lot of these fucking parents just don't give two shits down here.
Right.
And Florida's whole thing is they don't believe in holding a child back if they don't think that, you know, it's needed. Like, you have to go to the school board and fucking press your case. And I had to press my case with my fucking daughter. I was like, I just feel that she's not mentally fucking mature enough to fucking go into 6th grade. And they're like, well, you know, she and I'm like, she fucking failed 2 classes. How are you going to let her pass? Seriously. I was like, are you people that fucking stupid? Like, my exact words to the school board were, are you that fucking dumb? If you fail, you stay behind. You don't go on to the next grade and keep pushing them through. Because at that frickin' rate, the kid's going to be having a 3rd grade reading level by the time they graduate from high school. I was like, and then the kid's screwed and stuck working at McDonald's for the rest of their life because they can't fucking do simple math. Needless to say, they were not thrilled with the way I talked to the school board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you people this dumb? Like, seriously, do you not get education? Because where I'm from, up north, you don't do that shit. If you fail, you fail. You're held back unless you do summer school. Down here, it's like, oh, they failed 2 classes? Well, you know, come their 8th grade year in middle school, we'll just make sure that, you know, that year they'll finish everything. Well, so she's in 7th grade, she failed 2 classes, and she has to make up 2 classes by the time she leaves the school or she doesn't get to the next school. Well, what happens if she fails 2 more classes this year? So that's 4 classes she's got to fucking make up in her 8th grade year. On top of the fucking 6 classes she's already taken. Where's the math?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just don't make no sense.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, Florida schools are so ass backwards, it's not even fucking funny. And the school board's a bunch of fucking morons, and some of the principals are fucking idiots, too. They really do not like me, because I guess I'm, you know, I'm verbally abusive towards them because they're fucking morons.
You just have a confrontational tone about you.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, and I know I do. But it's like, look, if you do your job the right way, there shouldn't be this issue. You shouldn't, you know, and I understand no child left behind. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But if this child's dumber than dog shit going into their senior year, and they've got the 3rd grade math ability and a 2nd grade reading level, there's no way in fucking hell they should graduate. I'm sorry. And here's what sucks. Unfortunately, with my daughter, she was bounced around, thanks to her mother, bounced around 7 different schools by the time she hit 5th grade.
Oh, jeez.
That sucks. That's hard. It's hard to catch up from that too.
It is. It's very hard. So this is why my daughter's behind in math, and like we literally in 6th grade had to take everything that she knew about math and threw it the fuck out, and had to rework with her and do simple mathematics. Like 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, 4 + 4 is 8, 8. You know, like do simple shit like that, so she could grasp it. And I'm like, fucking hell, thank you, school fucking districts. And we didn't expect to move that quickly either, because we were like, all right, cool. You know, she was in her 6th school, and she was in 4th grade, and everything was going good. And then my parents moved to Florida.
Oh, wow.
And in that process, we had to move to Florida because they bought us a house down here. So all that shit went. It was like fuck. All right.
Literally, like a month later.
Yeah, literally a month later, my parents fucking sold their house, and then a month later we were here. When we all thought it was like 2 years. Like Jen and I thought it was going to be like 2 years from then. Is when we were going to move down. And it's like nope. Like my dad was so gung ho on selling the house. Like he retired in July, and started working on the house to fix everything up. And they put it on the market. What was it? In October. It was on the market for 1 day, and it fucking sold.
Ow. Wow.
Yeah.
They had their Thanksgiving down.
Yeah, because we had our Thanksgiving up there, and they had to be out December 17th.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, so we didn't even have Christmas with them. Like we did a Christmas, like a quick go-to Christmas with them, so that they could see them open their presents, and then did Christmas at my aunt's house, and my family was pissed. Fucking pissed. I mean, that created a fucking rift in my family like you would not believe. Because my grandmother lives with my parents.
Yeah.
So the second that shit happens, my aunt is pissed off because my grandmother's moving to Florida. She's moving, to them several, a few thousand miles away. Well, my aunt, unfortunately, love her to death, but she wasn't taking care of my grandmother. My mom was.
Yeah.
And she's getting pissed off about it. And I was like, what the fuck? They were all bent out of shape. I'm like, whatever, and then they found out we were moving, and then they got even more livid. And they're like, well, what's going to happen there? I'm like, look, sorry, but I'm getting a house that's given to me. I don't know about you, but my parents are buying me a fucking house. I'm going to go with it.
Hell yeah.
And the whole reason why my parents bought the house is because they wanted to make sure that, my kids had a stable fucking home to fucking live in. So when I moved down, there was no need to pay for rent. It's already paid for. Just find a job, and there we go. And let me tell you, moving to Florida was like, in the beginning, I fucking hated it. Absolutely hated it, because the job market down here sucks. I mean, I
thought I would get a job easier than you. And
I found the job quicker than she did. I was working at a fucking pizza shop right off the fucking bat. Because I was talking to the dude when I was up here, or when I was up in Pennsylvania. He said, let me know when you get down. He's like, I'm going to start working out. And then the dude fucking lowballs me.
Oh.
We talked about pay. I'm like, look, $10 an hour is the minimum I'm going to go for. He's like, all right, no problem. Came in as a fucking consultant and a cook to help him with his business. I fucking helped him out, and then he fucking lowballs me with $8 an hour. I was like, fuck you, I'm out of here, dude. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, I worked with him. I worked for him for 2 weeks, and then he gave me my paycheck, and I'm fucking adding everything up. I'm like, you're a few hundred short here, buddy. And he was like, yeah, I only give you $8 an hour. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, we have it in I was like, I have it in writing that it's $10 an hour. I was like, this shit's in writing, dude, like binding contract. And he's like, well, maybe I can hire you on as a consultant. I'm like, isn't that what I've been doing the whole time? I've been helping you run your fucking business. And then instantly, I'm like, you know what, dude, I'm out. I'm done. I'll go find another fucking job. I ain't fucking doing this shit. I almost punched a dude in the fucking mouth for the bullshit that he started fucking calling with me. 2 months later, the fucking business closes.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what?
It's really weird, though, because I have, like, this one older sister who lives in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And when she graduated high school, she went into the Air Force. And I think she lasted, like, 3 years. She got medically discharged for some reason. Because apparently she gained a lot of weight. Because she got pregnant while she was there, and she only had, like, so much time to lose the weight after she had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently she didn't lose the weight, and they kept saying that she had a thyroid thing or something like that. So she got medically discharged from the Air Force, basically because she couldn't lose weight. But she never even tried. But after that, she's never, ever, ever had a job. She's been on that defects programs. I don't know how the hell do people stay on these programs like indefinitely? Because I don't understand this shit.
They play the system.
Because I could tell you right now, I could go down there and ask for some food stamps that would probably help us out from time to time, and they'd probably laugh me out of the joint. It's just I don't understand.
It's
how
really
you
weird.
Cannot find a job.
Here's how it was. Like, here's what's screwed up in Pennsylvania. My wife and I, both of us had full-time jobs, busting our ass. We were barely making it where we were at. And we got denied food stamps. We got denied health coverage. We got denied a lot of stuff. And I'm like, this is complete and utter bullshit. But then we had two neighbors that were both unemployed, not working, running a daycare, right? But everything was under the table, living off food stamps, living off every government fucking funded thing possible for the last
had government housing.
Had government housing for the last 10 fucking years.
Wow.
See, I just don't.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, hold on, can I change my last name to Ortiz? And like it's nothing against you. I'm not being racially. I mean, I am being racially biased on that. And I was I'm like, seriously? I'm like, I'm like, we have a family of fucking 5 right now. And
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good timing.
and she was pregnant at the time, and we didn't qualify for anything because we made too much money.
All I heard was one of your kids go, "Oh my God!" and I was like, "Boom!"
So yeah, so like we had, and at that point couldn't qualify for anything. We moved to Florida. Check this out. We moved to Florida, instantly get the kids on fucking state-funded health care. My wife and I are on fucking state-funded health care. And then I go and find a job, and then I get kicked off, which is fine, because I had a job. I didn't expect to stay on it.
No.
I'm working, she's working. And then, I was working the whole fucking time, and I'll admit, we were getting food stamps because it was helping us out. We still fucking are. We're not exactly a rich fucking family.
Yeah.
We're fucking broker than a motherfucker. I'm not going to fucking lie. Like, it kind of sucks.
Week to week.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is, living week to week. And Cobra Stang's fucking wife is sending me...
I'll be lucky if we have gas money.
Yeah. And Cobra Stang's wife is sending me something so I can clear up my acne. You guys can't even see how bad it is. I was on my... Wait till I get on my tablet and you guys will see how bad my face is. Oh my freaking God. I feel like I look like I'm a fucking 12-year-old fucking kid going through puberty. That's how bad. And it's from the freaking Erbitux that I take for fucking chemotherapy. It is disgusting. I'm like pizza-faced.
Wow.
I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to go outside. I feel like the fucking hunchback of fucking Notre Dame. Like, just want to put a hoodie over my head when I go into 7-Eleven to get gas and cigarettes. I'm like, don't look at me.
Yeah, definitely. My wife is a Mary Kay consultant, so she's sending in some stuff to hopefully get all that cleared up.
Yeah, like it's so bad, dude. It's on my fucking scalp. It fucking sucks. It hurts like a motherfucker.
It's basically Mary Kay's version of Proactive.
Hey, dude, like I said, if it works, I'll be fucking tickled fucking pink and thrilled because it's fucking terrible. Like, literally, I can sit there and as I'm doing it right now, I'm like pulling scabs off of my fucking scalp.
Wow.
It's
My
just-
oldest son, he had real bad acne last year, and I went and got some of that. I went and got some dirt. It's a clay, and I smeared it all over his face, and it actually it literally sucked the whites out of the pimples.
Nice.
So,
This stuff, like, unfortunately, it's one of those, like, they're like, you got to make sure that you keep your face clean and moisturized. And I'm like, dude, I can only put so much lotion on my face before my face is literally going to break out from clogging pores, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And it's just, it's so fucking bad. I'm going to scare some people when they see this shit. When they look at my face going, God damn! But, yeah, oh, thank God my wife's gone. I can pack another pack of cigarettes. She didn't realize I bought another pack. That's how broke we are. Like, I hid some money just for this week so we could, like, buy certain things for the house. And I had $7 left and bought myself, actually, fuck your
Did you hear the my husband, believe it or not, yesterday morning was going, I mean, God, he went on and on for like 40 minutes on the cell phone. Apparently up there in the city of New York is suing FedEx because apparently there's an Indian reservation somewhere in upstate New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And FedEx is shipping cigarettes down to people in the city because it's like $15 a pack in the city, and it's only like $7 a pack from this Indian reservation.
Wow.
So the city of New York is suing FedEx for $52 million.
Holy shit.
Damn.
And my husband's like, dude, seriously. He says when it's $15 a pack, he says, you you're gonna find some people that are bootlegging cigarettes, man. They're gonna be taking U-Hauls down to Virginia and shit.
Yeah, no shit.
You know?
You know what's the funny thing is though? Like, if you get pulled over, let's say you're in Virginia and you get pulled over with more than like 5 cartons of cigarettes in the back of your fucking car, the cops can actually confiscate that shit if you're an out-of-stater.
Well, as my husband, he's a truck driver now,
Yeah.
and he's telling me that the cheapest place in the country right now to buy cigarettes is in Missouri. The second cheapest place to buy cigarettes right now is in North Carolina, because he says, believe it or not, Virginia used to be like the cheapest place in the entire country.
Yeah.
But he says now that they've went up to where, you know, they're just like every other state. But he says if you're in Missouri or North Carolina, he says you can still find $20 cartons of cigarettes.
I'll tell you what, down here, before I moved down here, I think, God damn, I've been down here since 2010. So probably around 2009, my sister's wedding was here. I remember coming down, and in Pennsylvania, it was like, you know, almost $6 a pack of cigarettes. If you bought 2 of them, it was a little bit cheaper. Down here, it was $3.75 for a pack of smokes.
Wow.
I'm gonna shit myself because I was at my sister's wedding, and I'm like, I'll take 4 cartons, please. And they're like, really? I'm like, hell yeah, stuffing them into my fucking suitcase when I'm fucking leaving. And of course, oh my god, it was like the worst experience ever. Very drunk and hungover after my sister's wedding, because we did a 3-day weekend pretty much. Came down on a Friday. My sister's wedding was on a Saturday. Left on a Sunday. And when we went onto the plane, funniest shit ever. My mom, we checked our bags in, and then we had our carry-on, where our carry-on was fucking wedding cookies. Brown boxes of wedding cookies. Now, who do you think got searched the most out of them all?
The wedding cookies.
Uh-huh.
It was me, because, well, all of us had the box too. My mom, my dad, my grandmother, and I. But who got searched the most? This guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
I always
Why?
I remember when we went down for like a week to spend with my mother and father-in-law, we actually packed our kids 360.
Mm-hmm.
And I packed my laptops because they didn't have like anything kind of electronic to do at their house.
Yeah.
They had internet, but so that's why I brought my laptop. And I brought the 360, and like I think it was like 4 games for them. And I put them all in like a little, kind of like a little suitcase, because everybody could carry a suitcase, and we didn't need 4 suitcases. So I packed a little suitcase, got it all nice and stuff. And I remember when we got to Florida, I went to go open it, and there was this little flyer in it saying that it had been searched by the TSA. And I was like, man, it was just an Xbox. There was like a little flyer in it telling me that they had searched that bag. And I was like, dude, it's just an Xbox, man.
So when we're coming back, as I'm about to board the plane, now you figure I've gone through 7 different checkpoints in Philadelphia International, right?
Yeah.
As I'm about to board the plane, the TSA agent stops me and only me. And goes, I have to open the box. I said, all right, it's no problem. My mom almost breaks her neck when she hears this, and she goes, be very careful with everything that is in there. I did not bake 400 plus cookies for fucking nothing.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh my god. And the lady opens up, she's like, oh, it's just cookies. I'm like, yeah, sorry, we're going to my sister's wedding. She's like, all right, no problem. I'm like, thanks for racially profiling. Have a nice day. And walked away. And of course it was a black TSA agent, and she's like, what? I'm like, sure, search the brown guy. And I'm smiling, joking around. I'm like, man, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm like, I'm messing with you. I'm sorry. And gave her a hug, and she's like, no worries, kid. She's like, have a good day, sweetheart. I'm like, no problem. See you. Have a good one. Get on the plane, and I'm sitting there, and we got stuck on the fucking tarmac for 45 minutes.
There's no air when you're stuck on the tarmac either.
I drank the night before very heavily. I'm afraid of flying. Deathly afraid of flying. Go figure. Jumped out of airplanes, but afraid of fucking flying because I don't have a fucking parachute on.
Well, it's because you're not in control either.
Yeah.
I don't like flying. I don't like having to put my life in somebody else's hands, because I've seen that movie Flight. I don't like putting my life in somebody else's hands.
I'll put it to you this way: like before 9/11, I had a buddy that his carry-on luggage was a parachute.
Wow.
Pre 9/11. That's like we went flying everywhere, and his carry-on luggage was his parachute. Like, you know, we docked numerous fucking. We would go skydiving and shit like that. Love the shit out of it. But he goes, I hate sitting in a plane that's going to land. And I think it rubbed off on me. I was so used to jumping out of planes and shit like that, not used to fucking sitting and flying them, like being, you know. And I'm sitting there and I'm like shaking, and my dad's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'll be fine." And the way, you know, the freaking flight attendant comes over and she's like, "Anything I can help you out with?" I was like, "Yes, please." And now here's the thing: the fucking plane that we were on, it was a Southwest plane. The plane was the brown and dark brown Southwest color. It was not one of the perfect, so it wasn't a newer plane. So it was like, this is really not fucking helping me. My dad's like, "What is this plane, circa 1962? And the ladies are like, ha ha ha, no, it was 1985. My dad's like, "Yeah, don't make me feel any fucking better." So she's like, "Anything I can help you out?" I'm like, "Yeah, can I get like 4 bottles of Jack Daniels and a glass of ginger ale?" And she's like, "Well, I can only." I said, "Look, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes, and I don't know how much longer we're going to be flying for." I'm like, "I hate flying, and I'm very hungover. So if you could do that, here's a $100 bill. Just fucking help me out."
Do they take cash now?
Yeah, they take cash. They were taking cash.
Like they'll only take cash now or something.
Yeah, so she's like, "Okay, here you go." Came over with like 7 bottles and dropped them in front of me, and 2 cans of ginger ale. My dad's looking at me, and they give me the little cup, and I'm like, "Can I get a red Solo cup?" He comes over with a bigger cup, dump half the shit in, pour in all the fucking bottles and shit, and like, drank 2 glasses, passed the fuck out. I'm like, left all the way through the flight.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. So coming back, wasn't even thinking about it, dude. I had contact solution in my fucking bag.
Oh no.
Worst idea ever. Worst idea ever. Oh, alright, hold on. Let me hop on my tablet.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is 10 till.
It's 10 till. Hot shit.
Okay, I'm gonna try this out on my tablet.
See if I can join my own fucking hangout.
Yeah.
Boop.
Wow.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
sorry about that. My husband was
Sorry.
trying to tell me Happy New Year's.
No problem. All right. So I'm gonna go into my tablet and shit. I'm still in the hangout, but I'm on my tablet. Oh, fucking hell.
No, I was gonna tell you we had a funny story. Like the first time we flew after 9/11 was like in 2005. So we didn't fly for like years after like 9/11 went down. And we were going to Disney World, and we had a great time at Disney World. It was on our way home from Disney World, and we were on this AirTran flight from Orlando to Atlanta, and we had a layover there. And I'll never forget it. There was this one, and I know they call it like that racial profiling or whatever, but there was this Arab dude on that flight that was just, he was walking up and down the aisles. He was taking his shoes off. He was just, you know, going and asking all the stewardesses crazy stuff. He was just acting like, you know, hinky. You know what I'm saying? He was just, he couldn't sit still. And I remember my my husband.
Oh, cool. Get your shit. Turn the volume down on your tablet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then put headphones in.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ. Mute yourself.
I'm sorry.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Dude, fireworks must be going off outside because my other screen is going off.
But yeah, no, I remember my on that flight, my husband and like 4 other guys within like 2 rows there, they were all trying to make plans and stuff about how they were going to take this Arab out and stuff like that. They're like, let me see him pull something, man. They were like, you know, that Flight 93 ain't got nothing on us. We're going to take him down. And I was just like, holy moly. Because I didn't even think anything of it, but my God, my husband and these 3 other guys, man, they were like basically stalking this dude. They were like, try something, try something.
You can't blame them. So you're not going to watch the one with Ryan Seacrest? See that? Seacrest? He's really gay and lame. You didn't want to see Dick Clark. Was he even on there or no? Dick Clark died?
He's dead.
Damn, when did he die?
Dick Clark is dead, dude.
Like last year.
Wow, it shows you how much I pay attention. I wanted to hear somebody that said it like Frankenstein.
Alright, get off there so you can, like, spend 5
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright, give me 1 second. There, I'm just going to prop it in front of everybody. They're not going to see shit.
Oh my gosh.
We've got like 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Ah.
And then it's time for the ball to fucking drop. I promised my wife I'd give her a kiss with my fucking pizza face. See? Looks real wonderful. Mmm.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go away.
Yeah, I can't wait till it does. 'Cause
You
it
know
should...
we're going to be using noise makers.
Yeah, that's fine. You do realize that I've been dealing with fireworks in the backyard from all the fucking neighbors.
Go get Sophia.
Go get Sophie.
I tried. She goes,
Sophie, come on!
watch the ball drop.
What's that? Come on, Bean. I want you to say hi to some people, too, if you want. Remember, say hi.
What's up, baby face? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's my youngest. And then my oldest 2 are sitting over there.
Oh, okay.
She's glued to her frickin' iPod. Haley, wave and say hi. Dude, I have not seen her. Let's put it this way. She got this iPod for Christmas. I have not seen her since Christmas. She has been in her room.
We should have bought this years ago.
I know.
She's been in her room for the last, like... She's... Owen, what are you doing? Get your chubby ass out here. Haley, catch.
Yes! This is a triangle. Oh, you went to O1.
Alright, wait, Owen. So, wait. Yeah, so this is how we roll at the frickin' Harrington household. Hey, you know what? I will
annoying yet?
No, they've been dealing with fireworks all night. Like, in the middle of saying something, Dave just smacked you in the face. My daughter. Now this will be YouTube gold as my daughter smacks my wife in the face with a freaking noisemaker. We'll have to make a meme of it and then just have like a replay video. Never give baby a noisemaker and just be like thwack, thwack. That's all you see and shit.
Oh God, have mercy.
Oh God. So I figured, what the hell? I mean, you know, do a hangout on frickin' New Year's Eve. One of the things I haven't done, you know, and with everything with YouTube and all this other lovely shenanigans. So happy not at all.
Hey,
Wait,
can you hear me?
is your wife with you there, Cove?
Yeah, she's over here on the couch. Ty, I hate to tell you to move, but you know you gotta move, dude. Here, let me give you a picture of the couch here.
Hi, Aaron. She's like, screw you, get me out of that picture. Oh, God. So, wait. Trying to tell my kid to wait. with a noisemaker is like, with like a minute 13 left, makes her feel like it's a million frickin', hours until this
She
shit goes
didn't
down.
take one nap.
Yeah, I gotta say, my daughter didn't take one nap at all. She's a frickin' trooper. I mean, she went to daycare the whole nine today, ran around, did everything, and she's probably gonna pass the hell out after this.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know. My kids are like wired off of frickin' like Mountain Dew and frickin' like,
And the pudding pop.
and the pudding pops that I made earlier. Yeah. We bought this pudding pop thing earlier, like the Jello pudding pop maker or whatever. Like it came with the everything, and I was like, screw it, I'll just make it for New Year's.
Here's a look at Aaron and.
Wow, that was loud.
You ready?
Oh shit, that's my backyard. No, hold on.
Wow, that one sounds like it's like right on your back.
Are you gonna go out front?
Yeah.
Give
It's
her.
because it is. It's right out front.
11,
10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys!
Happy New
Sorry,
Year.
take him out
Take them out front.
Yes.
Alright, I'm outside. I don't know what's going on if you can see me. I'm waiting because the neighbors are going to set some off, I think. And if they do, then we'll be able to see some. Because I think the neighbors are setting some off. They just set their cake off, and then there's a whole bunch of other people. This is my lovely neighborhood here. People still got Christmas lights up and shit.
Yeah.
See, like I said, it's gonna sound like it's frickin', Baghdad.
Oh,
Wow, that's a nice one.
Yep.
huh? No, his
It's actually
neighbors are.
spitting out. So my kids are thrilled shitless. Merry Christmas, are you kidding me? You forget that it's New Year's? Alright. Yeah, it's starting to rain out. I'm going inside. The baby's still asking, where's the drop? Yeah, you hear the fire trucks? Oh, I just stepped on something that felt wonderful. Alright, I will be inside in like 5 minutes, guys.
Alright.
Got a sand spur in my foot.
Oh, I hate those.
Yep, that fucking sucked. So, yeah, Happy New Year, everybody that's not watching this.
The thing is, though, it's like I'm kind of like checking out Twitter, and like it seems like every like 2 or 3 minutes, somebody else is like, I'm going live. So like everyone who's following me, they're like streaming, whether on Twitch or doing their own thing, and I'm like, if everybody's streaming, then nobody's watching.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my god. So,
It's
yeah.
okay. I don't care.
Oh, man. So that was fun. Yeah, doing all that with my kids and shit, which is absolutely amusing as fuck. We got 2 people watching, which is like Cobb and I, and that's about it.
I'm watching.
Oh, is it you then? Alright, so then it's you and I then. Oh, fuck. That hurt. That really fucking hurt my foot.
Oh.
Oh well. That's what I get for walking through my yard. That's the bitch about it. Like, The grass down here fucking sucks.
We get those what they call it, those little like they call it like crab something, like a crab weed or something, and it'll have these little burrs that grow in it. And I mean those things are so sharp that it'll actually flatten like a bicycle tire.
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually step on one, and you pull it out, it'll draw blood. And
Yep.
I'm like, oh my god, it's worse than a paper cut. It really is.
That's how these fucking things are. These fucking, it's like sand spurs is what they fucking are. Like hitchhikers, but these things are like, you fucking step on one and you're like, holy shit, that fucking hurts. Motherfucker, I definitely fucking felt that one. Dude, it is, as you can hear, it sounds like fucking World War III in my fucking...
Well, I got an hour till it's like New Year's here, and then I'm gonna like get away from the windows because I know all these rednecks are gonna be shooting fucking guns out here. I'm gonna hide from the windows and pray to God that it doesn't go like through walls and shit.
I'll tell you what, like, this is nothing. Like, it's absolutely hilarious that my street is this quiet. Like, you guys heard some of the freaking ones that were right around here, but usually, 9 times out of 10, like, not for New Year's, but 4th of July, it is like you are literally contending on which street is going to be the loudest street. And we do it purposely that way. Like, we're like, okay, we're in competition with, like, every other street, and they all know it, too. So, like, we try to go for who's going to have, like, the biggest freaking, fireworks celebration. And this past year, it was absolutely hilarious because I had 260 mortars.
Oh, wow.
264.
That's a shitload of money, too.
Yeah, well, I have been saving a bunch over the time.
I started saving for the 4th of July in, like, April.
Yeah, well, it was
I'll put, like, $20 back a week, so I'll make sure that the kids get fireworks.
Well, we started buying them early, too. Like, there's a fireworks stand there's a bunch of fireworks places around here, and then there's the fireworks stands. Well, I know the owners of the fireworks stores, so then from bullshitting with them, I can actually get, like, the mortars. We're not talking, like, the little tiny mortar that's, like, yay big that goes up and it's like, poop. We're talking the fucking 4-inch mortar version of that, like the professional grade. So from bullshit with them, wow, it smells nothing like it just smells like fireworks smoke out here. But from talking to them and everything else, I can get a whole shit ton of them. So if I buy a bunch in bulk, like if I buy 100 at a shot, it costs cheaper for me to do that.
Okay.
So that's what it started happening, and then we would buy like the cakes and shit like that, get like a 300 shot cake, and all you do is light a fucking fuse off of that, and it sets it off on its own little time.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do shit. You're like, all right, just fire it and fucking stand there, and then us being us, that just the way we are assholes, I guess. Purposely, I had 22 tubes sitting on my street at one point.
Yeah.
And they were for the 4-inch tubes, and I was like, look, I need 5 people to help me out with this. And they're like, why? I'm like, because we're going to fucking set one. I was like, we're going to literally just have everybody set one set, like we're going to set the whole tube up, all 22. They're like, okay, Mike, and we got to reload and refire, like, instantly.
Wow.
I'm like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, watch. I was like, I just set it up, just for shits and giggles, but 3 of them was like, 1, 2, 3, set it off, and they're like, thump, thump, thump. Ran up, fucking loaded 3 more, fucking set it off again, and they're like, oh shit, dude. I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, check it out. And we were just doing like pre-fires, checking everything out. So we had 22 tubes the one year where everybody was just like running fucking stuff the fuck down in there and firing them off, and it was fucking hilarious because that's when it kind of created the war that we fucking had between all the fucking cul-de-sacs of who could have the louder, more annoying fireworks.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, you guys, because we had like 300 plus fireworks that year. They're like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? I'm like, sorry. We woke up the whole entire neighborhood at like 9 o'clock at night. I was like, what are you doing sleeping? You old fucks.
I'm telling you, it gets, because we only get like 2 days here in which we can shoot off fireworks for the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, this past 4th of July, it got so bad on our street that my dog started freaking out. I had to like lock my dog into the basement. I really thought that he was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, all this noise, my dog is going to die. I had to lock him in the basement.
Oh man, I felt bad because like my neighbor, I had to tell her, I'm like, look, we're setting fireworks off on the 4th of July, just to let you know. And she's like, all right, no problem. She's like, I'll put the dog, She was like, I'll leave her at the kennel. Like, the kennel was open because a lot of the dogs in the area freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, my dog. This is the first year he'd ever done it, but he's getting older, and I think some of his hearing is going out, and like one side of his, we got him when Andrew was a baby, so he's like he's going on 16 because Andrew's 16 now.
Oh damn.
So, but I think he's going a little bit deaf in like one side of his ear. And this is the first year ever. I mean, he started freaking the hell out. And I was like, damn, my dog's going to die. I got to lock him up in the basement or something.
I am such a fucking lightweight.
Did you finish your loco yet?
No, but I'm 3/4 of the way through, and I got a nice buzz tied off. I ain't gonna fucking lie on that one. Hell's to the yeah.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through my beer.
My
mountains are no longer blue, so I don't think I'm drinking it fast enough.
I'll put it to you this way: I don't drink much at all, so it's wonderful. It's like this is fucking 23.5 fluid ounces, so it's a pint plus 7.5 more ounces, so it's like a pint and a half. So. And you know what's scary? I used to be a fucking avid drinker. I mean, like, I would get fucking sauced. Like, you could literally give me, like, 6 pints, and I'd be good. You know? And now, since I haven't... The last time I had a fucking drink was probably, like... I mean, besides, like, drinking on the streams and shit, I was drinking fucking Kahlua. Ooh, nice. Dude, I'll tell you what. When I opened the fucking door, I did not expect it to be like right outside, because I noticed it was showing up on my other screen when I was on the tablet. I don't know how loud my kids got, but
they were fine.
It was good. It was fine.
They're thrilled. They're all going to bed now.
I bet you that baby can't wait to pass out.
Dude, she can't. You can tell she's just so fucking like, Daddy. Where's the ball? It dropped? Okay, can I go to bed? Yeah, so that's my daughter. She looks nothing like me. I call her the mailman's child. Nah, she is the only kid out of all the kids that looks like my wife. Like my oldest, okay, so the two middle kids aren't hers. They're from a previous relationship. My oldest is mine, and the youngest is mine. But the youngest looks like her mother. The oldest looks like me. So we both have our mini-me's. Which is absolutely hilarious. Like, I mean, I'm looking at baby pictures and shit, and pictures from when my wife was 2 years old and 3 years old, and it's spitting fucking images of my daughter Sophie. Like, spitting images. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, Sophie looks at pictures, and she's like, oh, that's me. I'm like, no, that's mommy. And she's like, no, that's me, Daddy. I'm like, no, you can tell by the picture that is definitely not you.
My youngest one will do that. He'll go through, like, photo albums and stuff and look at baby pictures. And he's just like, Mom, where were we? I'm like, baby, that's not you. That's your brother.
See, that's how my cousins are. If my cousin Seth and my cousin Corey, both at the age of 2, both looked exactly alike. Like, they could have been identical brothers at that age. It was really weird. They both had these little ringlets. Their hair was straight, and then it came down into these little ringlets right here. And you can literally, there's 2 pictures, and they both had the same stance and was down at the Jersey Shore. And it's funny as hell, because the only reason why you can tell the pictures are from 2 completely different eras is the type of filming fucking paper they used.
How did you get back here?
I walked.
I was like, I wanted to go through the house.
Yeah, I was right behind you. I came through and see that.
You did?
Yeah, I came in, fucking plopped my ass right down. But it's funny, my cousin Corey and my cousin Seth, they both have the same exact stance. They're both in the ocean, like, right on the water, the edge of the water. And you look, and the only way you can tell is because one picture has, like, it has the fucking boxed edge, which is like the newer ones, and the older ones have the fucking rounded edge, and that is it. I mean, verbatim, you look at it and you're like, holy shit. You think you're looking at twins.
Oh, wow.
But they're fucking, Seth is what? 12 years off from Corey? 13? I think, hold on, Corey's 40. Corey was 75, 1975, so he's almost 40. And Seth is like 25, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the age difference. And it happened on my cousin Seth. Him and his sister have the same birthday.
Oh my goodness.
She is so pissed off at him. She hated him growing up. It was like, you stole my birthday.
Oh wow.
He gets so pissed off. And it was funny as hell because my son was almost born on my daughter's birthday. They're 2 years and 3 days apart.
Oh wow.
It's funny as hell. Yeah, please answer that so I don't get nailed with a copyright strike. That's all I need. This has been.
Yeah.
This video has been flagged. What?
I lost my phone.
That's all I fucking need. Wow, I am buzzed. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I'm happy-go-lucky. When the fuck is Backsmasher ever happy-go-lucky and shit? Flora Loco, it'll fuck you up.
I can't find none here.
Oh,
It must be
tastes-
illegal here.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This tastes like I'd rather lick a fucking donkey's asshole than drink this shit. But hey, if I'm gonna get fucked up off it, I'm gonna have fun. God damn it!
Kind of makes you wonder how Johnny used to down.
I don't know how the
water.
I don't know how the fuck he drinks this shit. I'm
Yeah, I
seriously like, God damn, dude. Like, you know, I really, honestly, it tastes like a fucking wine cooler.
See, I like wine coolers.
I'm a beer and like Jack Daniels kind
See,
of
I
person.
don't like beer. See, I'll do wine and I'll do whiskey. I don't do beer normally, so.
I was
Yeah.
cleaning. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I haven't been able to do Jack Daniels since my 21st birthday.
Oh.
Oh, did you get sick off of it?
Yeah.
I got sick off of it my 21st birthday, and it took years for me to finally get back to drinking Jack.
Well, I ended up
So-
doing like 6 shots of Jack Daniels during the night with different friends, and then mixing it with I don't even remember what all I drank that night. All I know is I thought I was puking in the toilet. I was actually puking in the kitchen sink in my friend's apartment.
I can tell you that. Let's see, my 21st birthday. You know what my drink of choice was?
Mm,
Screaming Nazis.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's Jägermeister, Rumpelminz, and Goldschlager.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Let me
that is
just
a
say,
screaming Nazi. Ugh.
that is a
Yeah.
screaming Nazi, and that was my drink of choice. And that was, I can't ever drink one because of a Christmas party that we had. I drank 33 shots that night.
Holy shit.
I don't remember half of the night. There's pictures of me hugging a Christmas tree.
Oh wow.
I was so drunk that like the Christmas tree was holding me up on my 20. Like I turned 21 in October, and then it was that Christmas, and we were at a party that was at a bowling alley. That you could. It was $2 beers. I would get like $2 Rolling Rocks, and usually just walk in with like $40.
Yeah.
And would probably leave with like close to like around $20. Because I'm a big tipper. I've worked as a
Yeah.
bartender, so like I buy a beer for $2, I will throw $1 down every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I get a fucking mixed drink, depending on what it is, I make sure that my tip is usually, like if I get my bar tabs, I could get a bar tab for like $200, and it sounds bad, but that's sometimes what it was. Hold on, who is it? Abby? Hold on for 1 second. I can say happy birthday or happy
Say-
New Year's to my niece.
Okay.
Well, here's Uncle Brett. You can say Happy New Year to him real quick.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another beer.
All right.
Hello. Hi, happy New Year, kiddo. Have a good one. Love you, and we miss you. All right, here's Aunt Jen. Love you. All right, bye-bye. Sorry about that. That was my niece. I haven't
Not a
seen her in
problem.
like 3 years. It sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the bitches about fucking moving up north.
Yeah.
Or like moving from up north. Like her whole family's up there,
And
so
they
I
have a
don't.
big thing
don't get to
that
fucking see him.
hides it.
But yeah, dude. So we're at this Christmas party,
And then
and
they take it apart. And
like
then
I got it. All right, so my bar tab the one time was $200,
Mhm.
and my tip was $75. And my buddy's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm a bartender." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Yep.
"It's just how it happens, and I'm not going to rip the bartender off." I was like, "Dude, they
Isn't that
made sure
awesome?
that my drinks were cold and kept them coming, so therefore I'm going to tip solidly back to them."
Hell yeah.
Like, we would go into places, dude, and I would look right at the bartender and be like, "Here's $50. You make sure that every time I hold my glass up and you fucking come over, I will give you another $50 at the end of the night. And we were at packed-ass bars for that shit. And I would have bartenders fucking fighting over who the hell they, like, fighting over us and shit. We'd go to fucking nightclubs, dude, and I'd be like, here's my credit card, here's $100. And they're like, okay. And this is when I was working, you know, even working as a pizza delivery driver, dude. I could sit there and make bank. I was making $1,500 to $2,000 a week.
Right.
You know, at the place. I was making a fuck ton. I didn't have my kids. I was very dumb, I'll admit. Very, very dumb. Didn't have my kids, doing a lot of stupid shit, drinking my fucking face off every fucking night. But we'd go to a fucking club down in Philly, and I'd be like, here's my credit card. And they're like, okay, I'm like, that's for my tab. Here's $100. And they're like, what's that? I'm like, every time I come up to the bar, I want to make sure that my drink is cold. I was like, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be here about 20 to 30 times. So as long as the drinks keep coming cold, I was like, I'll throw you another $100. I had a bartender go, dude, you fucking, he's like, every time you come up, he's like, I will make sure, he's like, I will tell everybody to go fuck themselves, and you were the first one to get served. Thank you. And, dude, that night, man, I'm telling you, anytime my glass hit the fucking bar, he was instantly right there fucking mixing me another fucking drink. I'm like, I would turn and be like, damn, thank you. End of the night, dude, I handed him $200, and he's like, what's this for? I'm like, dude, literally every time I turned, my drink was empty, or anybody that was with me, my drink was empty, and you covered us. It was like, he was watching me chug a fucking beer, and he's already at the tap, fucking pulling another fucking beer down, like, you know, firing up and putting it down. I'm like, oh, damn, dude. And my buddy was like, how much money did you spend tonight? I'm like, don't worry about it. He's like, how much did you spend? I'm like, I think we spent $300 tonight. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, dude. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I made $700 tonight, so don't worry about it. He's like, oh, fuck. He's like, hold on. You fucking deliver pizzas for a living? I said, yep. He goes, and that's it. I said, yep. I said, I work 16-hour shifts, man. He's like, oh, wow. Fuck. Yeah, well, that was the thing. I put 90,000 miles on a car in 3 months.
Holy shit.
That's how busy this fucking place was. I blew an engine and made enough money to buy a new engine and put it in the fucking car.
Wow.
I had a PT Cruiser that I blew the fucking engine on and fucking bought a fucking reman fucking engine, fucking had it slapped the fucking 2 days later, and fucking was out driving my car. My boss was like, he goes, hold on. How the hell did you have enough money saved up to buy yourself a new engine? He's like, isn't that like, you know, I was like, dude, the engine was $2,000. He goes, how the hell did you have money for that? I said, every time every night at work, he's like, yeah, Mike, I stash away $100. And he goes, hold on, how much money do you make in a week? I was like, this week? I was like, I only made $1,800. He goes, fuck this. He's like, I'm delivering pizza. He's like, you're making more money than me. I'm like, what? You're making more fucking money than I am, and you're fucking delivering. I'm like, and Sundays were my thing. Sundays, I literally went out and I bought 17 different teams' jerseys at the local fucking Dick's Sporting Goods. Because we had our regulars for Sundays that, you know, somebody liked the Jets, somebody liked the Giants, somebody liked the Eagles, somebody liked the Browns, whatever. So I always made sure that whenever I would show up, I had the team jersey on.
Oh, there you go.
So instantly, and they would be like, dude, fuck yeah, how about that? I'm like, hell yeah, man, they're fucking kicking ass. And I had Sirius satellite radio, so I had all the football games on in my car. So I knew what the score was when I was walking up. And I'm like, dude, if I kiss ass enough, they're going to fucking, and they were drinking and shit like that. So they'd order, like, you know, fucking 50 wings and, like, 3 large pies. And I'm like, look, your total comes to $45.75. Here's your food. And it was nice and warm. And they're like, here's $75. Have a good one. Thank you. And that's how a lot of our... Dude, and that's how it was. I was getting $20 to $30 tips per house. Now, you think about this. I had 16 customers. Just 16 customers from that I was getting $25 per house, usually, on average.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, dude, Sundays, man. I was like, hell fucking yeah. Once football went away, it was like hockey, baseball, whatever, you know? Whatever sporting event was on, I'm throwing that jersey on the whole fucking time. And I'm getting fucking tipped out the ass. And my boss was like, you know, he's like, you were the biggest fucking cocksucker I know. I'm like, why? He's like, you have literally figured out how to hustle your way into a bigger tip. I said, come on now, dude. I said, if they're going to fucking tip me, I'm going to sit there and fucking figure. I was like, dude, the second I started wearing a Browns jersey to this one dude's house, instantly, if I didn't wear the Browns jersey for football, I was getting maybe a $2-3 tip. If I wore the Browns jersey, I was getting a $10 to $15 tip. I'm like, you do the math. What are you gonna fucking do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, and then all of a sudden, man, I'll admit I got really I got selfish with my money. Like I knew how much money I was making, so I was doing really stupid shit. So like we would go out drinking, and I would drop $500 in a fucking night and have no fucking problem with it. And everybody's like, "Holy fuck, dude!" And I'm like, it is what it is. Like I would be buying people drinks. I'm the type of drunk that like I don't want to be fucked up by myself. I want everybody around me to be fucked up just as much as I am.
Yeah.
And then I got into a gambling issue where we were throwing, like I used to shoot darts. And we would drop like $30 a fucking game, $40 a game. Fucking Halloween, I was dropping $50 a fucking game per person. But coming out, like, because I had a good amount of money, and I'm coming out, and the more fucked up I got, the better I fucking shot. Like, I had a partner, my buddy Jim. He's like, how many drinks have you had? I'm like, I've only had 2. He's like, fuck. Hit me up when you got 2 more in you. I'm like, why? He's like, dude, you suck sober. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? He's like, he looks at me, he's like, let me tell you, man. He's like, you can hit a white horse when you're shit-faced drunk. And in case anybody is wondering what a white horse is, it's a triple any number, so that hasn't been closed out. So it's a triple 20, triple 19, and triple 18.
Yeah.
Halloween, shit-faced drunk. And one dude's like, yo, and I'm facing guys that are actually ranked in the fuck, like that are pros. And I ended up going pro that year, but I wasn't a pro at that time. And the dude's like, he walks up and he's like $50 ahead. I said, all right, here you go. And I was like, who's first? He's like, do a coin toss. I'm like, all right, call it. He's like, call it in the air. I'm like, heads. Heads. I'm like, sweet. All right, cool. Walk up, triple 20, triple 20, triple 20. He's like, motherfucker. And my buddy Jim goes, I fucking told you need to fucking drink more. So he's going up to the fucking bar. He's like, I need 4 Jaeger bombs. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. And I'm like, who are those for? He's like, they're all for you. I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm like, all right, give me a second. So I slug one back, and they're sitting there, and he's like, all right, your turn. I walk up, and I'm like, double bull, single bull, double bull, and he's like, holy shit. I'm like, slug another, but keep throwing him the fuck back. I walked out of there with $1,500 that night.
Wow.
And a broken hand.
Wow, okay.
A bar fight broke out.
Ah.
And I broke my hand on this dude's fucking skull.
Wow.
That was a thick-ass fucking skull.
Yeah, I had a boxer's fracture in my left fucking hand. I don't punch left-handed ever. And the dude ran his mouth, and I fucking crushed it on his forehead. I gave him one wicked headache, and I caused my hand to fucking swell up like that big. I go to the hospital, and they're like, what's the matter? I'm like, I think something's broken. I'm like, why? I'm like, my hand, and I pull up, and it's like grapefruit. They're like, yeah, had a boxer's fracture. I'm like, fuck.
That's the only thing I do left-handed because like I grew up in kind of in the city of Atlanta, and I was typically always like the only white girl within a 5-mile radius. I got into a lot of scraps, and they were always with black girls that never like fight fair. So they kind of, I don't know. I messed up my right hand because I used to like slug right-handed, and then I just over time with all those scraps I taught myself I always throw the first punch with my left hand because I don't want to break this hand anymore.
Well, see, usually my thing is I would jab with the left. I would actually come in and jab, and then come in with the right cross. Well, this dude started running his mouth, and I jabbed him in the chin twice, and then instead of coming with the right cross, I was like, whoa, came with a haymaker, came right over, was like, whap, caught him in the fucking forehead, caught him right here, and apparently I split his eyelid open, like his eyebrow, where it looked like a fucking vagina. Like it was, it cut from here up, and it just instantly was a split, like blood everywhere, and I'm like, fuck. And they're like, you okay? I'm like, man, I think I broke my hand. And dude's fucking standing there like, oh my god, like he's standing there like, what the fuck, and pulls his hand back, and it's just gush. I went, shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, that's not a good thing. I'm going to jail.
No.
Like I kept.
I've never been in a fight to where you actually just like you throw punches, because most of the fights have always been with girls, and girls like to pull hair, and that fucking annoys the fuck out of me. They're sitting there trying to pull my hair and claw my face, and I'm just steadily just boom, boom, boom.
Well, what happened was, I'm standing next to the owner, and the owner just fired somebody, and her husband came in, and he started running his mouth to him, and he swings at him, and I kind of grabbed the owner and fucking chucked him out of the way, and the dude fucking connected to my forehead. Well, when that fucking happened, I'm like, fuck this, it's on. I'm going to fucking, I will fuck you up. And when it was said and done, we were both just standing there. He's holding his fucking head, and he's doing one of these. He's like, God damn, man. He's like, you fucking hit hard. And I'm standing there like, I think I just broke my hand. I'm drunk, and I didn't feel it in my hand, but I felt it in my elbow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they're like, what? I'm like, dude, I think I broke something. They're like, seriously? I'm like, I can't close my hand, but all the pain is throbbing in my elbow. And they're like, that's fucked up. I'm like, it's because I'm drunk. It throws your senses off. And they're like, all right, whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to have to go to the hospital. And all of a sudden he pulls his fucking hand away. And that's when this thing literally was like a goose egg.
Mm-hmm.
This thing came out like an inch above, like it looked like he had a horn off his fucking eyebrow. His eyebrow was literally split in two, and it was split open that much.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Like you could see bone, and it was just blood. And he's like, holy shit. He's like, I'm going to have to get stitches. I'm like, he's like, I think he fucking broke, and his eye was all fucking bloodshot. And he's like, both of us go to the fucking hospital together in the same vehicle, because I know the dude.
Wow.
And he's like, what are you going to say? I'm like, well, we could say we got into a fight and we're going to end up going to jail. Or we broke up a barroom fight, and this is what happened. He's like, all right, we'll agree with we both broke up a fight, and this is what happened. So, we go to the hospital. He gets like 7 stitches on his shit. I got my hand thrown into a fucking cast. And because I was a cook at the fucking bar, I couldn't work in the fucking kitchen anymore. I had to work as a bartender.
Oh, wow.
Which actually made me more money, which was funny. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I went down in hourly pay because I was getting $13 an hour as a cook. And as a bartender, you get like $2 and fucking 25 cents as a fucking bartender.
Yeah.
But I was making more money in tips. So I was working at the pizzeria with a broken arm or a broken hand. And the owner's like, I told you never lead with the left. What do you mean? He's like, never lead with your left. He's like, where'd you hit him? I'm like, I hit him right here. He's like, never the fucking head. He's like, body shots, man, body shots. I'm like, I was like, dude, I saw red, man. He's like, you say, oh, shit-faced drunk were you? I was like, my bar tab was $300. He goes, holy fuck, were you drinking? I'm like, Stolio and Red Bull. He's like, oh my freaking lord, dude. He's like, you were drinking orange Tic Tacs all night? I was like, yeah. $12 a fucking pint.
Oof.
Yeah. Do the math on that one. I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, my tab just for me drinking was $100, like was $100 and whatever dollars. You know, I had 10 drinks is what I had.
Right.
And then I was buying people rounds because I wanted to do shots with people, and it was fucking Halloween, and I was a fucking idiot and just doing stupid shit. And this is why, like, honestly, like, once I met Jen, I kind of cut back on my drinking except for the weekends, and we just went to my buddy Andy and Colleen's fucking barn and drank in their barn. Got shit-faced drunken fucking Jack Daniels in the barn. And,
Jeez.
yeah, dude, I mean, Jack Daniels was my drink of choice. That was, fucking love that shit. I'm going to look back at this tomorrow because I got a nice buzz tied up and be like, what the fuck, man? I don't shut the fuck up. I'm serious, dude. This thing's just about kicked. I'm going to look back at it tomorrow and be like, well, at least I know I'm a cheap date.
Yeah.
One of these and one painkiller, and I'm fucked. I love it.
Yeah, I don't have too much longer myself. It's already like 11:30 here.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black, though. At least I'm not, I'm not slurring my words as I know. Or am I?
No, you're not.
No.
Alright, cool. If I am, just be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm good.
What's the matter, babe? You going to bed? Alright. Love you. She was pissed.
Why is she pissed?
I don't know, because I'm fucked up.
Oh, well. It's fucking New Year's.
Yeah. It's New Year's.
That's what I gotta say. If you're watching this, sweetheart, or well.
New Year's, come on now.
It's New Year's, and you know what? You tell me, when was the last time I've been fucked up? Seriously,
Yeah.
I've got stage 4 motherfucking cancer. I'll pull the fucking cancer card on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy fucking New Year. Let me get shit-faced and let me fucking enjoy it, because you know what? It's been fucking long-ass time since I've fucking done this shit.
Chug, 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 chug.
Oh, God, it's like gasoline. Oh. It really is. The drunker you get, it doesn't taste any better.
No.
I got like a swig left, and I'm like,
Oh, that's just backwash anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's still get drunk. Drank. Whatever the fuck it is. Oh, God, man. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh.
So I'm gonna have to find some of that loco stuff. I can't find it anywhere around where I live.
Seriously, honestly, don't do it.
No.
Mm-mm. This will be the first and the last time I ever drink this shit. You know, I had it up north. And this is before they fucking swapped everything the fuck out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, but this one, I don't know, dude.
Maybe it's the flavor?
Maybe. I don't know. It just... Alright. It just, I don't know. It's like, ugh. Maybe it's I don't know. I mean, the fruit punch, it really fucking... Wow. I'm looking at my screen and realizing, like,
So did your wife come out to make sure that she got the last word?
No, actually, she handed me $3 and said, we need milk.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. Because she knows I'll stay up and go out and grab milk from 7 about, like, 3 hours from now.
No.
Ugh. No, but I didn't realize, like... I understand, like, you know, they're trying to make it like an energy drink, I guess.
Yeah.
But goddamn, dude, like Red Bull and fucking vodka taste 10 times better than this fucking swill. And I'm pretty sure Johnny would be pissed, by the way, because it was only $2.75 down here.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, $2.75 down here. Johnny would be fucking livid.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, "What the fuck?" Because he said it got raised up to like $5 his way.
I think that's what he said.
Wow.
Damn, fireworks are still fucking going off.
Yeah, I think that's $5 Canadian, so whatever that figures out to for US.
I don't know.
Let me send this out. Alright. Oh, he might get a little pissed. I said, Johnny, I bought me a 4 Loko and it was $2.25 US. Probably be like, fucking send him up to me. Yeah, sure, because that'll fucking make it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
really.
like
Like
across
Eddie-
the water.
Eddie wants me to fucking send him my barbecue sauce that I make homemade. And I'm like, I don't think that'll ever get past customs. A liquid?
So MSN is already putting out the how to deal with the hangover friggin' articles.
Oh, okay. I will say, for me being the professional drinker that I was, I have the ultimate hangover cure, by the way.
Yeah.
Water.
No.
Well, no. Before you go to bed, you make sure you drink at least 24 ounces of water.
Yeah.
Make sure you rehydrate a little bit.
Because you're dehydrated. That's all a hangover is dehydration.
A hangover is actually like, what the fuck? Diabetic shock almost is what you end up sending yourself into.
Yeah,
Which is
because your
real.
glucose goes way, way down.
So here's what you do. When you wake up and you feel like you got a hangover, you make sure that you get yourself a Mountain Dew, get yourself a fucking 1 liter bottle of Mountain Dew. Actually, no, get yourself a fucking 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew. Get yourself a thing of Gatorade, and then get yourself a Snickers bar, king size. Eat the Snickers bar because the fucking sugars and the protein from the peanuts and all the other bullshit that's in that will actually help bring your blood sugar back up. Then the Mountain Dew. It's the bromelated vegetable oil that's actually in the Mountain Dew itself that calms your fucking stomach. And then the Gatorade actually helps rehydrate your whole entire body, and you'll be good to go.
I can't remember the last time I had a hangover. I really can't.
The last time I had a hangover was probably about 7 years ago. And that's when I learned that cure. I worked at fucking Sports Authority. And then they're like, dude, I'm telling you, grab that from up front. We got Powerade, we got fucking Snickers bars, and we've got Mountain Dew. I'm like, you're full of fucking shit. And I went out one night drinking with everybody, and I was shit-faced. I mean, I was fucking smashed. And, yep, it worked.
Yeah, I mean, I've been totally fucking blasted before and go to sleep, and then I'll wake up, and a little bit of a headache, but I don't get like hangovers anymore. So.
No.
No, neither do I, really. I mean, all right, I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Okay. Yeah, I think the last time I got like pissed drunk was earlier this year at my class reunion.
Why'd you get a hangover?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was pretty hungover actually, because all I drank was beer.
Yeah.
It
depends on what I'm drinking. Like, I'm telling you right now, if I was to drink like 4 or 5 of these beers, I'd probably wake up in the morning with a splitting fucking headache. But if I stick to like wine and whiskey, I think it's just I'm so used to it that I don't know, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. I went through a 6-pack of 12-ounce bottles of Budweiser, and then a 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles of Budweiser.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah. That's the most beer I've ever drank in one night.
It's saying here, this article, I was reading it, it says people are less accustomed to having hangovers once they get older because they do not drink as regularly anymore.
Yep.
See, that's why I don't have hangovers, because the older I get, the more I fucking drink, because my kids are going to kill me. So... Wow. They got some stupid friggin' articles on MSN. They really do.
Oh, yeah. Well, unless either you or Backsmasher is on the YouTube channel, there's one other person watching us besides me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm watching, so I don't know.
Oh, that's probably the two of us that are watching the stream then.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm watching. I keep clicking over there to see if somebody types a comment.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Because I don't want them to think that, that we're just totally ignoring them.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I look at Twitter and seems like every 4 or 5 minutes somebody else, oh, come check out my stream, or, everybody's trying to stream tonight, so therefore nobody's watching.
Yep.
Oh. Tasted better down than going up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telling you, holy hell, man, I'm done drinking that shit.
Yeah, I seriously don't understand how Johnny can just chug that shit. Just chug it.
I don't get it. Oh, fucking shit's nasty. I mean, I'll admit, I got a nice buzz tied off, but god damn, that shit tastes like fucking... It's like fucking drinking gasoline.
Yeah.
Blech.
See, that's like me drinking that, I drink a lot of mellow corn, which is like 100 proof corn whiskey.
Yeah.
And I remember one time they didn't have mellow corn, and the guy kept saying, no, you got to try this corn whiskey. You got to try this corn whiskey. It was called Platte Valley. And I didn't want it because first off, it was only 80 proof,
Mm-hmm.
And I like my 100 proof. I'm very specific about my corn whiskey. And I took it, and it came in like one of those little jugs, like the little clay jugs with the little thing on it. And he was just like, oh my God, this stuff is so good. And I swear to God, I got home and I poured it in a glass because I couldn't really drink it out of that jug. And it just, have you ever siphoned gas?
Yeah.
You know that taste you get in your mouth when you siphon it? I swear to God, it was like drink. Oh. It tasted good, but it was like you would belch and you could taste.
Yeah, you were like,
have that taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're
And you-
breathing fucking fire by the time you're done. You're like, oh god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't want that. I want it real smooth. I like my corn whiskey because, if heaven forbid you belch with my corn whiskey, you're not gonna get that like siphon gas taste in your mouth.
Oh, I feel so much better now. Holy hell, my stomach was hurting too.
Mm.
God, I hate colon cancer. Really fucking hate this shit. I feel like I just ran a fucking mile. I swear to God, like anytime I go to take a shit, I honest to God feel like I just got done running a fucking mile. It's like, fucking hell, I could take a nap and need a fucking cigarette. Oh, fuck, man, my wife wants me to get fucking milk. I'm gonna have to sober up.
I'm fixing to have to jet here real soon because I
Yes.
have to.
You actually don't want to drink and drive on your big bad motor scooter.
Yeah. No, I'd drive the car, dude. I'd fucking take the car out. The car's fine.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I'm just, I'm really fucking anal retentive. Like, if I have a drink, I will make sure that I feel that I'm okay to drive. Even if it's one beer, I'm not going to drive for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just because my fucking luck, I will go out and fucking, even on one beer, fucking somehow, some way, a turn signal won't fucking work or some bullshit, and I get
Yeah.
fucking pulled over. And that's the last
Yeah.
thing I fucking need to do is, oh, well, I smell alcohol in your breath. Dude, I had a beer like 2 hours, like an hour ago. Or I, had a half hour ago. Well, blow into this. Because I've been given fucking alcohol, I've been given the fucking breathalyzer when I was not the driver to see who was the most sober. And I failed miserably every fucking time.
What time do the bars close there?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I would
same
either
here.
I would either go before 2 or at 4.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go between like 2 and 3.
You know what? I usually do. That's actually the time I go is around 2 o'clock because the cops around here don't really try to pick anybody up around 2. Because they boot everybody out around like 1:45.
Yeah.
And that's when the cops are out. So if you go exactly at 2 o'clock, usually you don't get in any shit for it. And I'll admit, I've done some stupid stuff where I fucking, went driving after I've had like a solid buzz tied off and won't ever fucking do that shit again. Because I was paranoid like a motherfucker driving home the whole fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like maybe a mile and a half from my house, but I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. Because I was dumb the one night.
Johnny
man.
tweeted you back. He said if they were that cheap here, I'd still be drinking them. LOL. Found one store selling them for an even 5.
Oh,
Damn.
jeez.
Well, I couldn't, man. I wouldn't be drinking that if it was $5 a can. Shit, I can get a whole 6-pack for $5.
Yeah, no shit. Same here. Fuck, I can get a
I
6-pack
go get
of
some
fucking.
Bud for $5.
You can get a fucking 6-pack of fucking Pounders for like $5. Oh my fucking god. I think we're gonna end this, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta start getting this. He's got practice in the morning.
Yep. Alright, well, Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year, guys.